Hey guys, welcome back to this place, and if you are new, then welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen, and today we are going to be watching Season 2, Episode 11 of The Expanse. I am super excited after the way the last episode ended, with the possibility of a Christian and Gunny team up, where information is being passed. I'm curious as to what more we can learn about what the scientists are learning on Venus, right? Y'all, it's been like a week since I watched this because I went to visit my family, so Lord, I need to remember. Anyway, as always, I'm gonna stop rambling now and just watch it, and then we're gonna talk about it afterwards and probably freak out because that's kind of what I do every episode because I love this show so much.
You didn't even try to stop me from bashing that kid's head in.
You've taught me a lot about futility.
Nah. I think I just beat you to it.
For a molecule from an asteroid to a missile, if we can prevent it from doing something worse, I don't mind bashing some assholes' head in.
Kind of worrying about Holden, though.
You need to be ready
In case we don't find her. Look, you haven't lost a child.
Yes, I have. My baby boy was taken from me. And I tried to find him, and I failed. It took me a very long time to understand that it wasn't my fault.
What?
Would you have listened to anyone who was telling you what you're telling me now?
No, of course she wouldn't have. Naomi lost a child?
Have to stop.
You won't be going back to parade, Bobby, because you don't follow orders, and a soldier follows orders.
I already saw this in the last episode coming. She was traumatized. What the fuck do you think she's gonna...
Now, there's no way those structures around that crater are natural formations. We have 2 probes left. What if we cannibalize the shielding from one to reinforce the other? Lower orbit, drop the probe from there, reduce the time of flight to surface. I bet that gets the job done. We're in uncharted waters. It's worth the risk.
And what sailors used to say when their ships went past the end of their maps.
Time for a new map.
Here there be dragons.
When the Earth incident hearings are convened, they're going to make you the star of the show. You need to use these hearings to tell them everything. Atone for your sins.
Will you speak on my behalf?
Side of the
Sorry, I
earth.
shouldn't have even said that.
I kind of feel bad for him.
You'll get through this.
Yeah, I will.
What's happening? Sir, we just received an emergency flash from the UN. Apparently they got wind of an OPA plot to bomb your transport. All traffic in or out of this airspace has been restricted until further notice.
Who sent the notification?
Came directly from Undersecretary Avasarella's office, sir.
Is cleared to dock on Ganymede Station. Under no circumstances are the ship's operations to be interfered with. All ships, please acknowledge.
Smells like Black Ops to me. What do you think? You agree?
Mm-hmm.
Plot, a gravity-assisted trajectory down to Ganymede. No engine, just thrusters.
Well, Mom said it was gonna be easy. All right, darling. Saddle up. Slingshot time.
I'm scared.
Well, let's play a game. We're explorers, and we're off on a grand adventure. And that way is the unknown. Yeah, there might be scary stuff, but there might also be magical things, and we may learn the secrets of the universe. There's nothing to be afraid of.
You're creepy as hell, bro. I'd be afraid of you.
Mrs. May's medicine. She needs a dose every day. Strickland's keeping her alive.
Whatever the reason for that is, he's not ready to learn it.
He needs to learn it, though.
I want to know what really happened on Ganymede. And you're going to tell me.
We're done here.
What happened to my team?
You'll get a firing squad for this.
What killed my team?
In an unrehearsed battlefield demonstration, a single unarmed version 1 hybrid...
He flipped fast as hell, y'all.
You watched that thing slaughter my team. We were a goddamn sales demo.
It was for the good of Mars.
Tired of his good of Mars bullshit. She is. gonna have to go AWOL now. Oh, she really gonna have to go AWOL. Like, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Go, 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 go. Get out. Oh my gosh, please get out. Please get out. Please get out. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
You there! That's her! Stop! Stop her with a ship!
Run!
We're not authorized!
Marshal, you are on UN soil.
I am Gunnery Sergeant Roberta Draper, Martian Marine Corps. I am requesting political asylum on Earth.
Oh, fuck.
Switch the manual. Give me thrusters.
Oh, fuck, fuck. Hide, 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 hide. Hide.
Out of the way.
Did he hide in time?
God damn.
What the fuck are you looking at?
Not entirely sure.
The weapon's up for sale and Mars wants it. The peace talks, they were delaying action to buy time to complete the terms of the contract, I guess.
Get it to SIG-Int right away. We need to know what's on it as soon as possible. This is a brave thing you have done today. We're all in your debt, Sergeant Draper.
I'm proud of her, y'all. Whew. Sorry, it's making me emotional.
You don't have to call me Sergeant, ma'am.
Bobby?
I'm not a soldier anymore.
This must be my lucky day.
Right?
Give me a gun. Do you know how to use one? No, but
I was gonna say.
I'm ready to fight for my daughter.
Aww. Let him. It's his kid. Teach him how to use it.
Safe.
Thank you.
Hey.
Pay attention.
This is fire.
Please don't end. Please don't end. Thank God.
Aim is disarm these people.
That's not going to happen. Why don't you put down those guns and let's talk this out before things get ugly.
Where's May?
Hold still. I'll fix you up.
Okay, he's gonna be okay. Just his shoulder.
How come I'm the one who always gets shot?
Because you're a big old softy underneath it, Amos.
If you truly have the best interests of Earth at heart, you will meet with me, and we will come to an accommodation.
You won't accept.
I already did, an hour ago.
Hun, why don't... They froze this little girl, didn't they? If she's in that chamber, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh no, y'all, I can't. They put the protomolecule in them first? No, is that her? Y'all, this is not okay. This is not okay.
Stop me, I don't know who it is.
That's the protomolecule, don't touch it.
Okay, it's not his daughter, but who is this poor child?
An arrows uncontrolled to see what it would do. Needed this for a purpose.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I came here to destroy the protomolecule, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Good thing Amos is crazy as fuck. Ooh, is it gonna make it?
Okay, well, we're in.
They made it. It's alive.
The hell was that?
That's not great.
I think something broke out of this. This is anesthetic gas.
Something tore the shit out of this airlock.
Oh, she scared the shit out of me.
You used a protomolecule on children. What were you doing here?
I mean, yeah.
We made a protomolecule to do what we wanted. We made it in our own image. There's a lot more where she came from.
She?
Hold on there, buddy.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's...
Hey, brother. How come you're always the one getting shot?
How the hell did you find us?
MCRN, they set up a
drop ship to land right here. Anyways, I just decided to come on down and rescue y'all.
Yeah, they need it.
I'm not going with you.
What?
If the proto-molecule was here, it could be in 50 other places by now, too.
We're just gonna have to find all of them.
We have to do good where we can, when we can.
If we don't catch that thing out there, a lot more people will die.
I wanted to believe we could stop this. We can't.
Take Amos with you. Brax, go with them.
No, I'm going with you.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
You best come take a look at this.
Oh, fuck.
It sure as hell seems like it's looking at us. That thing ain't got a vaccine on. How the fuck is that possible? Suit up. We're going on a hunt.
As I always say after an episode of The Expanse, that was another great episode. Honestly, this was a really, really crazy episode because it's like every 5 seconds something was happening that was making me be like, what, huh, what, huh, what, you know? So there's a lot to talk about. I'm gonna try to not keep you here forever talking about it, but we'll see. The first thing I'm going to talk about is something that I thought was kind of cool, which is when Janice was talking to Christian's guy. I still can't remember his name, y'all. But he was talking to him and he said, do you know what sailors used to say when they got to the end of maps? And Christian's guy said, need a new map or something like that. And he said, here there be dragons, which is also the name of the episode, but I think it's a really cool way to sort of regard where they are in the Expanse universe right now, right? The protomolecule is something that they don't understand. They're at the end of the map of what they know about the universe with the protomolecule, right? Or the known universe. I think that I'm saying that right. But, right, they're at the sort of end of their knowledge spectrum. And so here there be dragons, you know, we don't know what is beyond this. It could be dragons, you know. I don't know. I don't think I'm explaining it very well, but I really liked the idea of it, and I liked that it just kind of seems like an apropos saying for the show and the Expanse universe right now because they don't know what comes next. I mean, technically you never know what comes next. Like, we don't know what's coming in the next year, 5 years, 10 years. We don't know if there'll even be, you know, I was going to be dramatic and say an Earth by then, but it's 2020, so is that even dramatic, you know? Like, I don't know. But yeah, we don't know what the future holds ever, but especially when something like the proto-molecule happens and it changes everything that you know now, right? Like Christian was saying in the other episode, this changes everything. Like a man walking on the surface of Ganymede without a vac suit. Here there be dragons. That's all I'm saying. The next thing I want to talk about is Holden and how his character is evolving and changing throughout these, you know, 2 seasons that we've seen him so far, really. And I understand his reasons for the choices that he's making, but I don't love the evolution of his character right now. I feel like I want him to be, and this isn't going to make a lot of sense if you haven't seen Supernatural, but I kind of want him to be like a Sam Winchester character, or honestly, well, no, he's not really Dean, but a Sam Winchester character in that, without saying any spoilers, shit happens to him like it has, and he gets sort of a little bit jaded by the world, but at the same time he still believes at the end of the day that there is good in people and that it's worth fighting for, right? And it's not that I don't think that Holden is that way, but I think he's getting a lot more okay with killing. He's getting a lot more okay with doing the bad things in the name of good, right? Which is a slippery slope, as we know. The road to hell is paved with good intentions, not the road to heaven, you know? So it's not that I question his intentions or his motives, because I do think he has good intentions and motives at heart. I do think he's trying to save people. I think at the end when he's watching that lady die and he's not helping her, it's not because he is taking some sick pleasure in it. I think it's because she hurt kids and that's fucked up and he doesn't approve of that. So what mercy does she really deserve, you know, which I can agree with, but I want Holden to be a character that still believes in that kind of mercy, you know, because I think it's necessary to have a character like that. I don't know. I think we've kind of slowly seen Naomi and Holden sort of not switching characters, because I don't think Naomi was ever like super okay with killing people and stuff like that, but we've seen Naomi sort of become the knight character throughout this, right? And Holden is sort of becoming a colder version of himself. So I don't know. I don't love it, and I think that Naomi is right. Like, I think I said this in the last episode too, but like when she said, you know, every shitty thing that we do makes the next shitty thing that much easier, you know, I think she's right, and I think it's a slippery slope, and I hope that Holden doesn't lose himself on that slope. Speaking of Naomi and her sort of becoming a knight character, right, she in this episode said something that I really liked and agreed with, which was her reason for staying on Ganymede and choosing that instead of going after the proto-molecule, was we need to save who we can, where we can, or something along those lines. I'm not exactly 100% sure what she said, but it was close to that. And I do understand that thinking. I like that thinking. Like, it's kind of what the lady in the somnambulist, you know what I'm trying to say. My mouth doesn't. But that ship that had Apophis from Stargate, which thank you for somebody in the comments who said that, because I was watching that entire episode looking at him like, why are you so familiar to me? Why do I know your face? Why do I know your face? And clearly I need to rewatch Stargate, but thank you for reminding me of that. Anyway, I am really loving Naomi in this season. I really like her character development, and I really like learning more about her, like the fact that she lost a son and she was never able to find him. Like, I don't love that she lost a son, but I love that I now know that. And now, I didn't even think about this during the episode, but she said, oh my gosh, when did she say that? She mentioned, was it to Dolls? Was it to Fred Johnson? Who was she talking to? She mentioned that she wanted to find somebody, right? Was it, who the fuck was she talking to? Was it Fred Johnson? I think it was Fred Johnson. Tell me if I'm wrong. But she said to Fred Johnson, and like, I don't remember. I think it was earlier this season. But she said that she wanted him to help her find somebody. So was that her son? Is he still alive? How old is he? Y'all, I have so many questions. And please don't tell me any of the answers except for if it was Fred Johnson thing. But like, learning more about Naomi gets me hyped. Speaking of y'all saying things in the comments, also thank you to whoever reminded me, I think it was multiple people, that one of the reasons that they can't be seen in a Martian ship, even flying over Martian territory, is that it's a stolen Martian ship. I knew that, but my brain doesn't always work. I just see the Rocinante as like 100% theirs now, so I kind of forget sometimes that it was stolen. Also, y'all, I am a little bit worried about Aaron Wright's state of mind after his meeting with Christian, and especially now that Christian is going to go meet Mao, which I'll talk about in a second. But I don't know. I think that like Aaron Wright is growing on me. He bothered me quite a bit, as y'all know. Like, I don't know why I feel the need to remind y'all of that. Like, you know, he bothered the hell out of me. But in these past couple episodes, I've really been developing a sympathy for him, and I feel bad, and I worry about his state of mind, and I don't want him to do something stupid that he can't take back, and especially knowing that he's gonna be the government's scapegoat. It's not really a scapegoat because he did actually have something to do with it, but if they can't find Jules Pierre Mao, then he's gonna kind of have to take the blame for all of it. And he didn't do it alone, so that's really not fair, but I don't know, y'all. Long story short, a little bit worried about Aaron Wright's state of mind. Let's see what happens from here, but like, I don't want him to do something stupid. All right, so there's also a lot with Gunny in this episode. A lot. So let's talk about that. First, we had Gunny talking to Martins, and he's just being a complete asshole, you know, because that's just his character, you know. He's just a fucking asshole. And so he's being an asshole, and they're talking, and he basically says what I assumed in like the last episode, which is that she is going to be honorably, maybe dishonorably, I don't even know, discharged from the Martian Marines, and she's going to be a civilian, right? And he's still trying to lie to her about what really happened with Project Caliban and the person in the vac suit and all that shit, right? So Gunny, realizing this, because he also tells her a story about her dad, which she realizes is a lie because it's a lie story that her dad used to tell. So she realizes they weren't that close. So she goes to his room, I don't know, or she requests to meet with him, and he accepts her request. And, oh wait, first she was supposed to leave, and then there was a tip that OPA people were going to like fuck up the Martian ship leaving, so she had to stay, which was Christian for sure, you know, helping a girl out. And then she went to Martin's room, and she first she was like, she told him off, right? About like, oh yeah, you weren't even that close to my dad because he lied about that story to make himself look good and all this other stuff. And then she proceeded to beat the actual shit out of Martins. And I loved every second of it. One, because that's badass as fuck, and goals, honestly. Two, like, Martins flipped over so easily. Like, how did this guy get to where he is in the first place? And like, one. And two, how does he have the gall to tell her that she's not an appropriate Marine? Like, dude, you flipped at someone beating the shit out of you, and you're like, I don't know, a captain or whatever? How? Anyway, and then anyway, I loved that scene. Loved it, could watch it 20 times. And then she left the compound, and I was like, girl, you need to go before they discover this, before they wake up, before some shit happens. And then as she's leaving, they did discover her. But luckily, she was able to run fast enough over to the UN side and then request political asylum, which she was given. And thank God, she turned over the evidence that she stole from Martins to Christian, and Christian was telling her how brave she was and all this other stuff. And then she said, she called her sergeant, and Gunny made me sad. And she said, you know, she didn't have to call her that anymore. She wasn't a Marine. She was, I guess, a citizen of Earth now. She can't go back to Mars, presumably, which is sad because that's her home, but I don't know. I'm excited to see what the future holds for her. I wonder if she's going to be referred to as Bobby from now on or what, but you know I love her. And her beating up Martins, highlight of this season. Loved it. Oh, I almost forgot. In the scene with Christian and Gunny, she also said that from what she gathered, that Mars was trying to buy the proto-molecule weaponry from a third party. So I'm assuming it's Jules Pierre Mao. I'm assuming that it's those scientist people that are working on Ganymede. We'll see, but that's what I assume. Speaking of the scientists on Ganymede, Dr. Strickland and that lady are creepy as fuck, and what they're doing to those kids is not okay. I don't even know what they did to May, but what they did to that one kid that Holden incinerated, which, again, Holden, hun, you're worrying me. But anyway, Strickland is creepy, okay? And this little girl just wants to go home. I'm sure those other little kids just wanted to go home. And I don't know what they're doing with them. I'm assuming / hoping that they're still alive somewhere and that the Caracum, not Jericho, which is what I thought they said in the episode. I don't even know how I got that, y'all. I don't know how. But I'm assuming that maybe they left on that ship. Hopefully, you know, hopefully that Prax's daughter is still alive. What worries me is that the scientist lady, when she was dying, said there's more where she came from. I don't know if she is the protomolecule alien thing running around on Ganymede, or if she is something else. Regardless, the fact that there's more where she came from is kind of scary. Like, this shit ain't over. This shit's just freaking begun. Also, I think I mentioned this briefly before, but to expand upon it, Jules Pierre Mao invited Christian to do X, Y, and Z in order to talk to him and to figure out how to save Earth or the future of Earth together and stuff. Although we've seen his idea of saving Earth and humanity through that creepy scientist guy, so. But she accepted, so we're gonna have to see where this goes, and hopefully they do not hurt my girl Christian, because I'm not gonna be okay with that. I'm gonna be real fucking pissed if they hurt her. So, Christian's guy and Janice, right? That's his name. They actually got the probe to land after they destroyed like six probes, something like that. But it only landed for a very short amount of time, got a little bit of data, which was the protomolecule on the surface, and then it cut out. So, I don't know. But the protomolecule was definitely not destroyed. It was definitely on the surface of that planet. So, I want to say it's Venus, y'all, but I could be wrong. So, I kind of don't want to say Venus because then y'all are going to come for me. It's there, though. It's not destroyed, which is bad. But also maybe good, because does that mean that we might get to see Miller again? Alright guys, and so the last couple things I want to talk about is, one, Amos being shot protecting Prax. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love Amos. He's secretly a big softie, and I love him. Also, like, him being like, why am I always the one getting shot? And then Alex being like, hey, why are you always the one getting shot? Was nice comedic moment that I needed in this episode. And I loved it, and I just love Amos a lot. Anyway, Amos is just adorable, and I love him, and he is definitely up there with my favorite characters in this show. Like, he's just so interesting and so multi-dimensional and so complex, and I love him. That's kind of it. And the last thing is Holden, Prax, Alex are gonna go hunting on the surface of Ganymede for what they saw running around out there, which, as we know, has something to do with the protomolecule. Gunny encountered it. It didn't kill her. I don't know if it killed her other team or if that was the UN people. Like, we don't really know how dangerous it is, how conscious and aware it is, so I guess we're gonna find out, maybe? I just hope it doesn't hurt anybody that I care about. Alright, y'all, so that is all that I have to say about this episode. As always, let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and until next time, bye guys!